All right, guys. Week 11 predictions and breakdowns. Last week, week 10, I went 7-7, but more importantly, I went 3-2 in my most confident picks that I give out at the end of this video. Let's recap my week 10. I'm going to give you the breakdown. First, let's start with the Thursday night football game. I said this is an easy bet. I put this as a lock in my most confident. I said Broncos/Raiders under 20.5 first half points. I said there's no way they're doing that. It ended up being 7-7 at half. It wasn't even close. And I got started off 1-0. Then I said take the Colts money line or take the Colts minus 5.5 in that game. I said it's going to be around 6 to 7 points, 6, 7. It's going to be 6 to 7 points. So take minus 5.5, but I'm more comfortable with taking money line. That's an easy winner right there if you just take a money line. And they got it done. They won in overtime and they got it done. Next is the Bills in Miami. I said, don't touch this game with a flagpole. But I said, if you want to parlay the Bills money line, you should. So that technically is my first loss of the week. I said, take Bills money line, even though I wouldn't put any money on it, which I put in my last video. I said, do not put actual dollars on this. Next is Browns versus Jets. I said, take the Browns. They ended up losing, but hey, you win some, you lose some with these shitty teams. If you're betting on these two teams, you are an actual degenerate. Next is the Ravens versus the Minnesota Vikings. I said take Ravens minus 4.5, but if you're not comfortable with 4.5, take money line. And they got it done. They dominated the game. They were the better team. Even though they were down early, they were the better team and they showed it. Next, I said Giants Bears under 48.5. I said that's an absolute lock. Hammer it. There's no way in hell they're scoring 48.5 points. And that ended up being the case. The game finished 20-24. And it was a very slow start in the first half where both teams went for it on fourth down multiple times and didn't get it. That's what you love to see. 5-minute drives that are empty with no points. And I told you guys to under 48.5. I gave it out as my most confident. We were 2-0 in my most confident picks. And that's just how it goes. So then I said Jaguars versus Houston Texans. I said take the under first half in the game. Boy, was I wrong because they had a fumble six or whatever, or a defensive touchdown and a defensive touchdown and a punt return touchdown. And Jaguars ended up choking the game away. There was a high scoring game, so I was way wrong about that, but it doesn't matter. Next, I said take the New England Patriots money line. This was the best bet of all my most confident plays. I said this is the best bet. New England Patriots money line. Keep the 2.5 points. We don't fucking need them. They're gonna win as an underdog. They're better team. Todd Bowles is awful off buys. I said take New England. They are really good. And I told you guys to do it, right? Next, I said New Orleans Saints versus Carolina. I said if you're actually going to put money on this game again, you're going to take Carolina Panthers. So that was an L, but that's basically what it was. It was an L. I mean, what else is there to say? New Arizona played against who did they play against? Seattle Seahawks. I said take Seahawks minus 6.5. This is an easy route. I said if Kyler Murray played, take him Seahawks minus 25.5. They're just that much better of a team. And the Seahawks proved it, right? So minus 6.5 was a lock. That one. Next, I said take the LA Rams team total over 26.5. I said don't worry about the spread. Who cares about it? Take the team total over. San Fran is awful defense. One of the worst defenses in football. You cannot trust them. And Matthew Stafford is going for the MVP this year, right? He's throwing 1 yard touchdowns like his life depends on it. He's yelling, kill, 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 right? But even before he steps underneath the center. And he's like, let's just run this freaking fade route to Devontae. Let's run this out route to Devontae. Let's run this slant to Devontae. And that's what he was doing. Next, I said take the Detroit Lions and Commanders under first half, which wasn't close. And I gave that as a confident pick, but I didn't hit it. So that was the first loss of the confident plays. And then on Sunday night, I changed my pick. I was initially on the Chargers. I said the Chargers should win this game. Then I did some research and I'm like, they don't really look that good. And I talked myself out of it. And I said take the Steelers +3, which ended up being the wrong choice. And then for the Monday night game, I said take the Green Bay Packers. They should win the game. They're going to have a bounce back spot, and they'd end up not doing that and make me look like an absolute loser. But again, this is all fun. I ended up being 7-7, but 3-2 my most confident picks, and that's all that matters. If you want to look at my most confident picks, you guys can go to the end of this video, and that's the chapters. But I'm going to be breaking down every single game and what play I would be doing on every single game. right? Give me a second to drink some water, please. So let's start with New England Patriots versus the Jets. This is a good game, right? This is a game that everybody wants to see. This is what everybody's clamoring for, to see the 2-7 Jets with Aaron Glenn as their head coach to be on prime time. And you have the New England Patriots that's on a massive win streak, and they should continue to be winning. You got to take the New England Patriots here. If I would take anything, I'm going to be taking New England Patriots team total, whatever that is. I'm thinking right now it's 28-15. So it'll be 27.5 probably, or 28.5. I would probably take that. I think New England Patriots is a good team. I think that they should be able to dominate this game. How many times did they score over 30? One time here, 24, 28, 31, 25, 20. So they're not really a big scoring team. What's the weather like? If the weather's decent, the weather is good. The weather is fine. So yeah, I'll be taking the team total for New England Patriots. I think that's a good bet right there. You should take that. Next is the Commander versus Miami Dolphins game. This is a Madrid game, right? This game's in Madrid, and you need to be taking. Where the hell did my freaking thing go? Give me a second. And we're back. This is the Madrid game, right? You have the Washington Commanders versus Miami Dolphins. This game is going to be a very good game right here, right? It's raining. That's not a good sign. With 11-mile-per-hour winds, that's definitely not a good sign. So I don't know how you're going to take the over. I always lean in, if you're making your debut at a new country, it usually goes over. Packers versus Eagles last year when they played in the week 1 in Brazil. I mean, you have to think about it. Brazilian people, they don't have money, and they can't buy shoes and sandals, and they can't brush their teeth. And now you're telling them to spend money on a ticket to go to a game. You have to put out and you have to show out if you're these teams, and that's what they did. And now with Madrid, Washington, Miami, I think they're going to Madrid, and they have to show out as well. So I would be probably taking the Miami Dolphins. Should I be taking the Miami Dolphins? No, I'll probably be taking the Commanders team total over. I like that because they can't stop running quarterbacks. The Miami Dolphins, they're not good versus running quarterbacks. So I'll probably be taking Washington Commanders at 22.5 or 23.5. I think that's a good bet right there. Next is Green Bay versus New York Giants. This is an interesting game. Green Bay coming off a loss, back-to-back losses, actually. I would be taking Green Bay Packers here, especially if Russell Wilson is starting. Excuse me. If Russell Wilson's starting, you got to take the Green Bay Packers. They're just the better team, and they're getting 65% of money. They're at -7.5 or -6.5. I'd probably take a money line. I like the money line here. You can parlay them. They're not going to lose this game. This is a game for them to win and bounce back. Next is Chicago versus Minnesota. It's hard taking spreads in the NFL, right? Especially as a favorite, because all these teams are good and all these teams can come back. And it's hard taking spreads against good teams. Next is Chicago versus Minnesota. I'll be taking Minnesota. I think Minnesota is going to win this game. They're going to cover. They say they're going to be 5-5. This is their last hope, right? This is the last hurrah for them. They need to win this game to stay in the playoff hunt. I'm going to be taking Minnesota. I don't care what the line is. It's -3. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Minnesota. Then they already beat them in week 1. You have to take Minnesota there. Next is Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans, right? This is an interesting game. This is an interesting game right here, right? The Houston Texans versus Tennessee Titans. You have the Houston Texans, who are just coming off a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it was a slobber knocker, right? 36-29, while Tennessee lost to the Chargers and off a bye. And Mike McCoy is a shit head coach. That's the head coach for the Tennessee Titans. And now you're going to tell me that they're going to have a good offense versus the Houston Texans? You're fucking out of your mind. So I'll be taking the Texans -7.5. They should get the job done. They should cover. They're the better team. I'll take them minus. Nope. I'm going to take them. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. How's Tennessee? Tennessee actually can score at home, though. I realize that. Tennessee at home, 20 points. Tennessee at 13 points. No, okay. They're a good first half scoring team. That's what I realized about Tennessee. They're a really good first half scoring team. Look at this. They score in the first half, 3 points. Woo, 3 points. Okay, versus Rams. Woo, 0 points. Okay, fuck, maybe not. But they're a good first half team at home. I would have to take Houston Texans money line. You could parlay Texans money line with Packers money line probably and get a good line. Next is Tampa Bay against who are they playing? The Buffalo Bills. Give me Buffalo Bills all day in this game. I mean, give me Tampa Bay Buccaneers all day in this game. I don't understand it. I actually don't understand it. Why they plus 5.5? I know Tampa Bay is really a boomer bust team, but they have good enough rush defense, even though Travion Henderson kind of went off. They have good rush defense. They have good they have good uh they can stop the lack of receiving threat for the Buffalo Bills, and they have no Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, Timmy, take plus 5.5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers there. I love that play. Great play right there. Next is Carolina and Atlanta. This is an interesting game right here, right? Because Carolina embarrassed Atlanta last time they played them. I'll be taking the under 42.5. I think that's a good bet. Last time they played against each other, the over under was at 44 and it was only 30-0. Take the under 42.5. I like that bet a lot. 224 yards only for Carolina, even though they scored 30 points. I think it was a lot of turnovers in that game. Atlanta had 332 yards, even though they put up 0 points. Take the under in that game. I like it. Chargers versus Jaguars. This is a very interesting game. Give me the Jaguars plus 2.5, plus 3. Take the Jaguars with the points. If it's a close game, it's going to be a close game. Jacksonville is always usually a close game when they play, right? You have Jags 31-30. Okay, this was not a close game, 45-10. 31-25 Jags right there. 24-6. Okay, not a close game. Fuck. All right. Yeah, it usually is a close game, though. They have good matchups with each other. The Jaguars, I mean, they beat them last time in the playoffs as a 2.5 dog. You think that they should be able to cover this number here. And I think they should be able to. Next is Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The over-under is at 49. What's the weather like? It's raining. Oh my goodness. So I'll be taking the under. I like the under first half in this game. Take under first half 24.5 or 25.5. Take it. I absolutely love it. That's the play. Seattle versus the Rams. This is a good matchup right here. We have Seattle Seahawks, who is one of the best teams in the NFL at 7-2. Then you have one of the other best teams in the NFL, the LA Rams, at 7-2, divisional opponent. This might be the NFC Championship preview of the season, right? On a 1 o'clock game Pacific in SoFi Stadium. I'll be taking the Seattle Seahawks here. I think they should get the job done. There's a reason why they opened at 2.5 and not 3. They believe that the Seahawks are just a tad bit better than the LA Rams. Give me the Seahawks here. They're 4-0 ATS on the road. They're on a 10-game road winning streak. Give me Seattle Seahawks money line right there. I like it. Next is San Fran versus Arizona. This is a very tricky game. I'll be taking the under in this. Wait, the under? Should I take the under in this game? Let's see what they already played. Give me the over in this game all day. What am I talking about? Over, over, over. They just scored. It was 44.5, and now you're telling me it's 49. Give me the over. I'll take the over. That's a lock. 49 over. Baltimore Ravens versus Cleveland. Take Baltimore Ravens. They're the better team. Take them second half. They're a really good second half team. First half, they don't really play well, but second half, they're an amazing team. Take Baltimore Ravens. Team total second half, which will probably be around 41, 20, 4.5, around 11.5 points. Take that. I'll take Baltimore Ravens 11.5 or probably 12.5 points, right? So 30, they have to score 13, a touchdown, 2 field goals. Yeah, 13.5 Baltimore Ravens team total second half points. I like it. I love it. That's what it should be. Look at them in the second half. 18 points here. Look at them in the second half. 14 points here. Didn't score in the fourth quarter, but they didn't need to, right? They're a very good second half team. 6-14. Take the Baltimore Ravens second half team total. I got to take that. Next is KC versus Denver. Give me KC all day. -4, -7, -8. They're the better team. This is not even close. I did this Broncos team is so fraudulent, so shaky. How are you going to take a team that has Bo Nix as their starting quarterback? He's fucking terrible. So you got to be taking Kansas City here. They're the better team. I got to respect them a little bit more than what you guys have. Next, I'm taking KC -4. Detroit versus Philadelphia. Give me Detroit Lions here. They should win this. This game should be a shootout. I'll take the over in this game, 49.5. Let's see what the weather is first before I say something crazy. Give me the over in this game, 49.5. The weather is good. I like the over here. The game just went under. It was really boring. So you got to take the over, and I'll take it. Next is Dallas versus Las Vegas Raiders. Over under is 50. Give me the Dallas Cowboys here to win this game. They're just too good. They're too electric on offense. I got to take the Dallas Cowboys here. I like them. I love them. Yeah, I like them. I love them. I got to take the Dallas Cowboys here. They're just too good at football, right? Well, it's 20-17. Yeah, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys here. They should be able to come off a bye and play well. So that was the breakdown I had, right? I'm gonna give you my top 5 most confident. Take KC -3.5 or money line. That's one of them, right? There you go. Boom. Take Baltimore Ravens team total second half over 11.5, 12.5, 13.5, whatever it is. Take that. I like that as well. Next, Seahawks +2.5. Take Seahawks +2.5. I know I said money line, but 2.5 is a nicer number. And then you're going to take Minnesota Vikings -3. I like that as well. They should win that game. They're the better team. So, and then let's give out last one. I want to take is the Commanders team total over 23.5 at 6:30 in the morning on Pacific time in Madrid. Give me that. Those are my 5 most confident. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like and subscribe. Thank you.